Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be covering the upcoming patch for Summoner's Glory. It's going to be the biggest and the most quality of life changes that Summoner's Glory has ever had. I'm going to get you internal screenshots showing you some of these changes and also going over the internal patch notes to get you full context of what is coming, and I will cover exactly when we expect this to actually launch and hit the game live, so let's get into it. All right, so first of all, if you have not taken the plunge to try Summoner's Glory yet, it is free to play. You can download it free of charge, and then when you do, you want to make sure and select server 3, which is called Phantom's Glory. And then when you make your character, if you put in Chofly on the bottom left, you'll start with some free goodies to get you started on your journey. So now let's go ahead and pull up this internal patch document, and we'll go through it one by one. So right out the gate, number one, it's a big one, adding a new recurring feature to the game: tournaments. So if you play a lot of games in this industry like Raid Shadow Legends, a lot of times they will do tournaments and events where you'll have certain objectives in game that are time sensitive, maybe a couple days or a week or whatever, and it will rank you against either other players, or you just hit a certain amount of points and you get rewards as you go along the way. So there's multiple different ways to go about this. Tournaments are going to be a big addition to Raid and getting motivation to be active daily and complete certain tasks. Then the next one, adding 10 new levels to the Demon Fortress dungeons, which is going to be the Wolf Demon and the Fiery Dragon. Players will now have 20 levels to defeat. So this is where you grind your runes, or basically like the gear that you're able to put on your phantoms to make them stronger. Going to be doubling the number of stages from 10 to 20. So going to be a lot of new content to conquer there and get those strongest runes possible. Then also adding 6 new challenges to the Elemental Lore dungeons, where players will now go from level 10 to level 16 to get some more Evo materials. Then number 4 is actually a pretty big one. If you look up there on the top left of the screen, you will see that level 190. That is my main summoner, basically my account level, and it's capped at 190. I've been grinding super hard and I've hit the max, but this patch is going to be raising that max from 190 to 210, which means more stats, stronger phantoms, and stronger accounts, more progression. Then adding 50 new challenging floors to the Demon Tower. But then we get into the biggest change that Summoner's Glory has ever got, in my opinion. I am stoked for this. If you play Summoner's Glory, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We are adding new quality of life function to the game: Fast Evolve, evolving phantoms to Evo 3, only a few clicks away. Now let me go ahead and put this away just for a second and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So as we head into our phantoms tab, if you play, you know what I mean when it comes to the evolving. You select a phantom, you go into evolve, you click evolution, you go over here, you upgrade 2, you evolve, then you have to do the next level to take it to level 2. You gotta wait for the animations, you go in here, you select 4 more, you evolve, you keep doing this process 1, 2, 3, hundreds, thousands of times. Let me show you this. Look at this. I've got a screenshot here of it right here. It's going to be changing. Instead of doing all those clicks, look at the Fast Evolve. You could just go ahead, put them in, and boom, it slides it over to the right. It does it for you. Fast Evolve. It's going to be the biggest change to Summoner's Glory it has ever gotten, and I can't wait till it goes live. It's a massive quality of life change. So if the patch were just that, if it were just adding Fast Evo to the game, I would probably honestly be making this same video saying this is the biggest thing to ever happen. But the good news is there's actually more on top of that. So let's keep going here. We've got number 7, a new system to the game: Phantom Stars. It says stars on the patch notes they gave me, but it's a typo. It's supposed to be Phantom Stars. Players can improve Phantom's rarity by increasing the number of stars. Now, some of this gets translated and stuff. I believe that's wrong. I think this is just a visual representation of the rarity of phantoms. I can actually show you what I'm talking about. I've got a screenshot of what that's going to look like. So currently in game, we don't see any of those stars that you see on the top right of the Phantom portrait, where you can see the Lord of Shadows that they have there. I've got the I think that's 5 stars of rarity. And then if we look, Sea Conqueror is 4, because it's a little bit easier to acquire than the Lord of Shadows. And that's gonna be a representation. I think the 5-star phantoms are going to be the toughest to acquire, and the 1-star phantoms are going to be the easiest to acquire. If I had to guess exactly how it's going to be implemented, it's just going to be showing you now, not all phantoms are like equally easy to acquire. Some are much more rare than others and harder to acquire. The stars are going to finally give us that exact data in game and show players that feedback. And then towards the left side of that screenshot, you'll see the one bordered in the red rectangle. I think that's a new skin for Bloody Overlord, but I guess technically it could be a new phantom that I don't recognize yet. But if I had to guess in theory craft what I expect it to be, it's going to be a new skin for Bloody Overlord in the game, but it could be a new Phantom. I don't know 100% for sure. Then moving on to number 8, some of these I'll rattle through quickly because I think I've gotten through most of the big time stuff. Adding a Demon Fortress tab to the battle assistant, that is actually pretty big as well. We're actually able to now set that to auto farm some of those runes in the battle assistant. Added a new quality of life function to the game. Phantom filters, that's awesome as well. Having more options to sort our phantoms and organize our account is always a good thing. Improved tutorials, improved enchantments tutorial and battles, improved online reward interface, improve and optimize the novice activity tab. The bonuses tab is going to be improved and optimized, adding new time limited events to the bonus tab. Improve Phantom's skills interface. This has been a big complaint of mine. Skill descriptions are now access faster and easier. It's kind of a pain to go through and look at the different phantoms and what they do and read their abilities. It looks like they're going to be addressing that, so that's something I've been complaining about a lot, so I'm glad that's going to be changing. Optimize the display duration of skill names and effects during battle. Okay. Optimize the display the item effect procs in battle. Visual glitch, the summon button disappearing, triggered by multiple players opening books in the same spot. Okay, so if you've ever done like a summoning party in Summoner's Glory, whenever you get a lot of people summoning in a close vicinity, the game can kind of start to glitch a little bit. Not necessarily crash, but it just starts being a little bit wonky and weird. Looks like they're going to be addressing that and trying to fix that in this patch as well. An occasional failure to assist in epic summoning parties is fixed. That's kind of in that same thought process. Added the skip option to task dialogues. Okay. And then the same Anabasis rewards interface. Okay. Added new quality of life feature in the King's War Quest. That's great. Improve the new special features display position when advancing through new chapters. Optimize the time length of all information pop-up screens. Fix the issue with displaying incomplete information after a piece of gear is successfully upgraded. Fix the issue with displaying incomplete information after successfully upgrading a rune. So we've got some bug fixes and stuff down here towards the bottom. Fix the issue with the Grimoire. All unlocked phantoms are now correctly shown. So if you don't know what that means, when you go into phantoms, the Grimoire is this book right here that you can click on, and then you can go through. It's kind of just a tab to see all the phantoms in the game, regardless if you have them or not. It's going to help you with that. It looks like they're going to be addressing an issue that wasn't functioning properly with that. But then the next one here, we've got the problem that occurs when a player tries to interact with other players or NPCs multiple times fixed. Improve the character buffs display on the main UI. That does get a little bit convoluted and crazy, so I'm hoping they address that as well. Improve the Phantasmagoria reward screen, and then resolve problems with players disconnecting and having to kind of reconnect. If you played a lot of Summoner's Glory, you know exactly what that means. I've noticed sometimes the game will kind of have this spinning thing that says trying to reconnect. For me, it seems to happen mostly when I'm trying to play on multiple different devices, like if I'm on my PC and then I try to load the game on my phone or something and I didn't already disconnect my previous instance of the game, I've noticed it can kind of cause that to interact and have some of the spinning wheels of lag. So it looks like that should be a little bit better, hopefully, with this next patch as well. But then as we wrap up here, I am sure your main concern is, when does this actually launch? When does it hit live? So if everything goes according to plan, now things can be different between like Google and the Apple Store, and things can launch with a little bit of a difference there, just based on the different app stores. But this is supposed to launch Friday, May 14th is when it's supposed to actually hit the live game. And it's going to be, like I said, the biggest change to Summoner's Glory in the game's history. So going to be super epic. I can't wait to test these things out live. And if you're watching this video right away when it comes out, there will be a link down below where you can go to my live stream. We'll be hanging out, playing some Raid, playing some Summoner's Glory, doing some mobile gaming, and talking about all this stuff going on. You can ask questions. We might do a summoning party. We'll hang out, play some Summoner's Glory, and talk about some of this stuff coming. So if you want to join in that discussion, the link is down below. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.